Okay, this is video number second video of the second set, if that makes sense. So in the last video, we did the notes on the formula. The formula is 1/2 a times p, and that's gonna get the area of the regular polygon. In this video, I'm gonna do a couple of the odd examples from the homework. So if you have a printer, I would print the worksheet out. I don't have a printer, so I had to draw the picture. You certainly need to write out all the work for all of them. I would probably draw a picture if I were you, but you should be able to see the picture on Edsby, write the work down, email me a picture of your work. It shouldn't be that hard. Again, if you don't have a printer, I would draw a picture if I were you. I'm gonna have them drawn here, but as long as you show me some work, it's gonna be fine for a grade. So let's do number 1 here. So again, I would take a second to draw, at least for number 1, I would draw it. This is number 1 on the Edsby link I posted from the kuta worksheet. And we are trying to find the area of this triangle. It tells us in the worksheet that it's a regular triangle. That means all the sides are the same. We refer to this as equilateral. And you might say, okay, well, so again, take a second here, draw this picture here, write this down. I like writing the formula down every single time. Kind of helps me remember it. This is one of those kind of most powerful formulas we learn in math. It's one you're not really going to forget, but it's just to have it down. So again, pause the video here if I'm going too fast for you. We're going to try to find the area of this thing. And you might say, well, wait a minute. Isn't area of a triangle 1/2 base times height? Yeah, okay, but I have the base. I don't really have the height. You might say, well, okay, height, maybe if we rotate this, maybe this is like half the height. It's really not. This is something we call, this is what we call the apothem. I can't speak properly, I'm sorry. This is the apothem. The apothem is the distance from the center of the shape to the midpoint of the other side. You might say, how do you know it's the midpoint? I don't see any markers here. I know it's the midpoint because it's hitting it right at a right angle. If it wasn't the midpoint, it wouldn't be hitting it at a right angle. You know, for example, if this line was hitting like over here, that wouldn't be a right angle. It'd be kind of a acute angle. Because it's bisecting the side, we know it's hitting at a right angle. And that's the idea. So basically, guys, we're just gonna identify little a, identify little p, plug it all in to solve here, okay? So let's do little a first. That 4√3/3 is the apothem. So little a is 4√3/3. And again, this picture is available online on the kuta worksheet. Perimeter is definitely not 8. That'd be a ridiculous answer. The perimeter is all the way around the triangle. So if this side's 8, I kind of assume this side's 8. I kind of know this side's 8. All three put together are 24. So again, all I did was the 1/2 came down. Where was little a, which stands for apothem, I wrote down the apothem. What was the perimeter? I wrote down 24. I put it over 1 because I see all these fractions, and it's just easier to multiply fractions to fractions versus fractions to non-fractions. So I just called 24 over 1. You don't have to do that. Again, guys, these answers are online. Please don't send me a picture of the answers. That's ridiculous. But the amount of steps I show here is about the amount of steps you should show on your own. So here, guys, we're just gonna multiply. This is not that hard. We're just gonna multiply all the numerators to get a new numerator. We're gonna multiply all the denominators to get a new denominator. So 1 times, I'm gonna do the radical at the end. 1 times 4 times 24 is 96. You can use a calculator to verify that. I just kind of did it in my head. 1 times 4 times 24 is 96. (96√3). Again, the √3 just comes on down. And then 2 times 3 times 1 is 6. And 96 divided by 6, that maps to 16. So it's going to be 16√3. These answers are online. They might write that as like a decimal. Might be like 16 times 1.7 might be something. I don't know, maybe 30 or something. But for the time being here, I'm going to leave it as a square root. I don't really care which one you do, whether decimal or radical. That's our answer. So again, here I show a little bit of steps. Once you have the apothem, figure out the perimeter. These really aren't too bad. I'm going to do 2 more examples in the next video.